Tough love is a tough thing as a parent to try to institute to your children because you want to help them as much as you can, and I did as much as I possibly could. When I stopped doing that for them, BJ was 25 and Nico was 22. And it wasn't like I completely cut them off at that point. That happened much later.
Singer Brian McKnight is facing criticism for his questionable parenting choices. Over the weekend, Brian McKnight became a trending topic due to resurfaced photos of him and the children he shares with his wife, Dr. Leilani Mendoza. From 1990 to 2003, the R&B singer was married to his college sweetheart, Julie. He married Mendoza in 2017, who had 2 children from previous relationships, Jack and Julia. He's been accused of failing to claim his biological children from Julie, sons Brian Jr. and Nico. From previous relationships, he has another son, Clyde, and a daughter. McKnight is also frequently chastised when he posts about his stepchildren. In today's video, we're going to be going over the life of Brian McKnight and seeing how he has explained the reasons why he had to abandon his children. Let's begin. Brian McKnight, who rose to prominence in the 1990s with songs such as Back at One and Anytime, is currently facing backlash on social media for allegedly ignoring his biological children in favor of his stepchildren. This isn't the first time he's faced public criticism for his questionable treatment of his children. What we know about Brian McKnight's complicated relationship with his children is as follows. Brian McKnight's treatment of his children is being scrutinized. He is the father of Julia, Jack, Kikoa Mateo, and Brian Kanoa Makoa, according to his Instagram bio. The first 2 are his wife's biological children, Dr. Leilani Mendoza. Unfortunately, Kikoa Mateo died before his due date, as Brian revealed in a heartbreaking Instagram post. Brian Kanoa Makoa was born in January 2023 to the couple. What's odd about this is that McKnight has 4 biological children from previous relationships. Not only is the performer's stepchildren and newborn son not mentioned in his Instagram bio, but he writes about them as if fatherhood is a new adventure. McKnight wrote in a heartbreaking post about Kikoa Mateo's death that for the first time in his life, he got to experience what it's like to want and plan to have a child made from love. McKnight posted a video of his stepdaughter, Julia, at the beach house where she lived with friends when he visited her at the University of California, Santa Barbara. "Julia, I became a girl dad because of you, and I couldn't have asked for a better daughter," he captioned the video. Except for the fact that he already has a daughter. That's a lovely thing to say. Imagine being Brianna and seeing an Instagram video of your father with his stepdaughter in which he also says that Jules is the ideal daughter he has always desired. We're also curious what Brian Jr. thinks about his father naming his son, who he shares with Leilani, Brian. That's a lot of Brians. What happened between Brian McKnight and his biological children? In an August 2019 video, McKnight responded to allegations that he abandoned his biological children. Anyone who knows him knows that, until recently, he had been there for his children every step of the way for the last 30 years. He also stated categorically that his 2 sons were now 30 and 27 years old, respectively.
Every step of the way. And let's also remember that these kids are 30 and 27, not 12. It's time for grown men to be grown men. And I'm sorry that tough love happens to be this way. And I do wish them the best.
McKnight went on to say that he never missed a child support payment, never harmed them on purpose, and was always there for them when they needed him. At this point, McKnight makes a classic parental complaint. He spoiled them. That's exactly right. McKnight simply gave them too much information. McKnight admitted to killing Brian Jr. and Nico when they were 25 and 22, respectively. He claimed that after they left his house, McKnight paid for an apartment for 2 years on the condition that they get a job, which they never did. McKnight revealed that after he met his now wife, she attempted to find jobs for his sons at the hospitals where she works. According to McKnight, neither of them wanted to work there due to drug testing. McKnight insists that he and his children are estranged and that he did not abandon his children. Then a crazy story comes down the line. A few months ago, Brian Jr. broke into our house and put X's on the eyes of our wedding photos, McKnight revealed. On Leilani's vanity, he placed a photograph from McKnight's first wedding. At this point, McKnight claims his son informed him on social media posts in which he stated McKnight was better off dead to him. Things took a turn for the worse when McKnight brought up his biological daughters and claimed she was having a physical relationship with a much older cousin. When McKnight contacted Child Protective Services in Arizona, where she lived with her mother, he received no response and was blocked on all social media platforms by his daughter's mother. He also claims she only wanted a child with him for financial reasons. He encourages people to look through his Instagram for proof of his relationship with his biological children. On April 29th, a Twitter user shared a screenshot of the 53-year-old's Instagram post from December 2022. It featured a photo of him and Julia in front of a car. Well, actually, he and Leilani purchased it for her 21st birthday. The two can be seen standing next to the luxury BMW. In the caption, he also wrote that it couldn't be prouder of Julia and couldn't have asked for a better daughter than her. At last, he wrote the following: "Happy birthday to the best daughter ever, love you a zillion." In response to the photo, one person stated that Brian McKnight is a nasty soul and that the caption was very bad. Brian already has a daughter, albeit a black one. Another claimed that Brian disowned the black kids because he claimed they were lazy and were taking advantage of him. He's one of those fathers. It's strange that Brian McKnight claims he cut off his children because they're grown, yet he bought a BMW for his stepdaughter, who is older than his biological daughter, for her birthday. The Anytime singer and his wife were expecting their first child, a son named Kikoa Mateo, who died in May 2022. In January, he was called out again after revealing that Mendoza had given birth to their first child together. Brian Kanoa Makoa McKnight was his parents' name. Fans were outraged at the time, and they appear to be outraged now. "I just learned that Brian McKnight named his newborn Brian McKnight," one said. "Brian McKnight Jr. is his adult son. This man is a demon." Others dug up a screenshot of McKnight's Instagram bio after a few came to his defense. It bears the names of Lelanie's children, Kikoa and Brian. Men keep responding and saying he just wants his sons to be named after him. I'd believe that if he listed his other biological sons in his IG bio. He also disowned his biological daughter. Due to years of accusations from his own children, McKnight's Instagram posts have sparked a debate among fans. The Sister star has stated unequivocally that he provided everything he possibly and financially could for all of his children while he was with their mothers and after. He also has been accused of abandoning his biological black children. "Wow, this is messed up. I feel so bad for the kids involved," one observer wrote. "Same," said another. "It would be one thing, still terrible, if he simply disowned them, but he posts things like this to get under their skin and uses his stepchildren wife and this new baby as pawns in his little game. He can't be happy moving like this in real life. So Brian McKnight started a whole new family," said a third, "and forgot about his other children. WTF." In a resurfaced video from 2019, McKnight discussed being present in his children's lives. In it, he denied the allegations made by his children and dismissed online criticism. He claims to have never missed a day of child support. He also expressed guilt for showing his entitled children tough love. The Back at One singer has also claimed in a series of other videos that his daughter is in a romantic relationship with a family member, though no evidence has been made public. After purchasing an expensive car for his stepdaughter, fans accused Brian McKnight of ignoring his biological children. Fans have criticized the R&B singer in recent months, claiming that he does not claim his biological children, Brian McKnight Jr., 33, Nico, 30, and Brianna, 21. He has previously been chastised for only claiming the children he has with his current Filipina wife, Lelanie Mendoza. The McKnights have been married since 2017 and share custody of Lelanie's children from a previous relationship, Julia, 23, and Jack McPhee, 20. McKnight revealed the death of their newborn son, Kikoa Mateo, in an Instagram post on Mother's Day 2022. Fans have returned to criticizing the Back at One singer after he purchased a luxury vehicle for his stepdaughter's birthday. On Tuesday, December 13th, he posted Instagram photos of himself, Julia, and the 2023 BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe he purchased. The vehicle typically costs $45,000. Today, we celebrate you, Jules, on your birthday. Your mom and I couldn't be prouder of you, and I couldn't have asked for a better daughter than you," McKnight stated regarding the University of California, Santa Barbara graduate. "Happy birthday to the most wonderful daughter ever. I adore you to the moon and back." And that brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on the matter? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.